Make the day bright with me. Come on. I'll give you some. Make it up, bro. Let's go. Come on. Make your day. Come on. What you seen last night? Come on, talk about it. Make my day. It seemed to get easier after that century mark. Cause we got a little bit of toys in us. It seemed to get so much easier. You know what I'm talking about, Luke? When we come over that century mark. Whoa! Cause we got so much toys in us. It seemed to be getting so much easier. Whoa! When you get over that century mark. Whoa! Cause we got a little bit of toys in us. Say different, out it go. Means something about the old age that you move in, yo, for sure. See what I know? Experience, yo. Makes me. I took a couple of whippings for sure. Got them stripes like I did the A and the R and the M when the fly with the Y. They know why. Cause I wanted to doge a little bit on the other side of the 5-0. That's the line. But you gotta put the work in, though. Ha! Too many out here really out here twerking, bro. Thinking that's the clean thing, saving no money. Ain't got a bank account, nothing what's funny. Whoa! It seemed to get a little easier over the century mark. Cause the real toy is us. Whoa! It seemed to get a little bit more easier over that century mark. Because the real true toy is us. Always been like that. Mama say believe in yourself, baby. Not more in the toys you play like Nintendo or THRU. Was sorry. X on that box, play with that station, yo. Are you RE? But now you're not on the new shade, not seeing the right way. But you put too much in the energy in that play. High steam with the high score, high beam trophy. But what about the future line, big? Hey. It seems to get a little bit more easier over that century mark. Cause the real toy is us, we ain't gotta take. Whoa! It seems to be a little bit more easier for the real ones. Yo, over that century mark. Hard work, man. Who's up at the plate? Home to the run. How y'all doing out there? Just moving. I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Are you talking to me or you? Or you and them? To the camera? Whoever want to be. Hey, that right there, cause tribe here. You know what I'm talking about? So one is already laying so many foundations, original, by his prerogative. You know what I'm talking about? So. Tribe just following what the tribe do. This is what we do. This is who we are. And then the content of understanding and whatever download the Most High bring into the fold for us. We don't play with it. Process. The way to process. The way to process. The way to process. The way to process. One understands now, after seeing, tidbits of this and that and whatever, respect the process, though. That's it. If, you believe what you believe, teaching on. But if I didn't have, I'll continue to say, the codifying ear, I hope in so many ways that not so much proof, because the proof will be among the person who utilizes or don't utilize it. So it's based off individual and things like that. But what I allude to is we're counseling psychiatry, the ability to the ability to understand the mind, to understand its levels of work. But a lot of times what I see is that's where it stops, and where a lot of people see. Doctors are seeing it. You know what I'm saying? What am I equating to? To stay in the middle and not take it personal. You know, these people, counselors, psychiatrists, stuff like that, they gotta take this stuff home. You know what I'm saying? You know, sit there and counsel so many people that have so many issues and da 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 da. Like, you gotta take that stuff home. So, what type of approach does that entail? A clinical approach. There's no, you don't want all that stuff on you, right? Most of y'all go home, you know. Sorry, the cat out the bag, but I know it's confidentiality and stuff like that. But they don't think that it's not. I mean, they do, to the point where whoever they talking to, hey, you know, you can't be telling my work business, hubby, spouse, whatever. But they got to get it off them. They have to, because if they keep that in, they doing exactly what you doing, what they trying to help you. See what I'm talking about? Either that, or because you see most of them, psychologists and all that stuff, they vary in the fit. So that's one thing. They run a lot and exercise a lot. That's those that, you know, really hold your information confidentiality and stuff like that. I'll tell you, I've been around this world, with psychology and stuff, counseling, and so being that it's clinical based, it's not saying that people are just a number, but they understand the traits and stuff like that. So as you go by, you have a psychiatrist, whatever, for 15, 20 years to, they already, once you, okay, what's going on? Okay, we're going to use this. And it's like almost like a mental overlay. Because how many people I've seen with this one? How many seen? But it can't, it stops right there in so many ways. Yeah, some people, it's based on the person, you know, intellect and whatever. But what I'm alluding to is that like I always been saying, and like I've been taught, the brain is a compartment of storage. And being, you know, a lot of times what works for some ain't gonna work for a lot of people because it's not heartfelt. The person in that position has to have some type of sympathy, compassion, or whatever about the person other than I'm getting paid. That's what we've come to. You go get therapists these days, you know, that's a healthy chunk of change, right? So the effect of what was already there, or we already inherently had, you know, we just lost it through our women. And I'm not throwing stones, ladies, but this is natural. What I do is natural, man. Stop playing. Why would you think that we still exist at this magnitude? We're not having wise women be able to know the various traits that her child carries. Hey, we ain't even looking at like just simple as this. You living in a time where that 1, 2, 3 children. Oh, I got a lot of kids. God, I got a lot. Forgetting your history, all our history. At the time when we were having 15 kids, 10, 15 kids, all of them the same zodiac sign. Heck no. Except for them twins. See what I'm talking about? So mama sitting up there, she got to know the zodiac without even knowing what the zodiac is. She don't know, but she's sitting up there reading them. Look at this Gemini. Now see, I knew you. See, little double-edged sword looking, but look at her. Look at old Capricorn. Look at just behind. She's quiet. I'm getting it? Natural. Why wouldn't the hen, chicken, I don't even know, chicken know the root, the hen, the root, all that stuff. You see them ducks in commercials and all that stuff with one of them ducks go off, mama know, yeah, one of them food gonna go off. There you go. Come on. Get back in line. Behavior patterns. So now we come about, because we allude to that. We don't have no, people don't believe in goblins and angels and different type of spirits that the Most High put upon so many of us that we can activate in. That's all that is. What spirit do you want to activate? Ooh. All right, so your spirit having the remote control, and your spirit saying, which one I want to activate through this food? I want to activate a slap the taste out people's mouths experience. Just start with you first. Beloved, right? That's why they get mad at so many of us that understand. Like, man, just walk through this little scenario, man. Cause look here, that ain't your spirit, but it can activate though. It know that. It registered that. It's seen all that before. I'll keep talking. I don't know how that did that. That's crazy. Ooh, the whole thing came off. It's done that before. You know what I'm talking about? It's hot out here. I don't even feel hot though. Yeah, the adhesive backup came out. Wow. It's hot. Come off, man. I'm going to super glue that on. So, yeah, we all had that motor apparatus. No, watch this. I was, one beloved say, you get to a level, watch this. Judgment is chronic right now with us. Judgment. All of us. We high on judgment right now. On mind judging. And you ain't got to say it. It's reality. We judging each other. Every little move, everything. Why? Because the layers that we ain't peeling back. I was dreaming this last night. But I think it was before I went to sleep. I might be the one who woke up. Can't tell either one. Shoot, I just be sometimes like Cinderella and stuff. And just making sure nobody kiss me. I don't turn into no fraud. So when your layers you got it's a defense mode that we put up. We put these layers up. Defense mode, that's one. And then that also, because that defense mode up, right? I had a young kid, my mama taught me this, why people call you nan, call you names and stuff like that, right? But so defense mode, right? So but it's layers of that now this is what the crazy part is. That's a function of your spirit. Watch this. Why y'all look at me like I do? Because, watch this. Oh, Lord. The danger part. It's cool for entertainment purpose for us, right? To put layers on, like I've done, right? You see me like this, whatever, and you might see me with my do-rag on, cone, da-da-da. That's layers from my physical, right? Dangerous. When you put layers on your spirit, though. Tell me most I ain't moving. We ain't never heard this. Because I ain't. I'm like, dang. But I understand it. I understand how to give it. When you put layers on your spirit, because that means we have gotten to a point where that whatever we do, that was my flesh. X brought that. My flesh made me do this. My flesh. No, your flesh didn't make you do nothing. Your flesh is an apparatus that moves what you tell it to do. What tell it to? That's your spirit. But what so many of us have done, me included, added layers to our spirit also, like almost like when one of the brothers say, big homie say, that's what the whole thing I'm a jealous God. So many deities, right? And they start fighting and warring. Now, at one point in time, I can't stray away too much. Because you already talked about that, so don't be redundant. So the layers, your spirit, right? I needed it. Because it correlates with the amount of deities that we have done down here, which is thousands. You know what I'm saying? People be real. Gotta read them books. And that's from, that ain't, you understand, I see, we understand it from, not through you, a little group, this big group, that group, just from small to all the way, you know what I'm talking about? Because a person can conjure up a deity themselves and say, this is this, you see what I'm talking about? So known type like that, all right? So in that aspect, the same go with the layers that you've built with your spirit. The many of spirits that you've allowed to operate us, allowed to operate the apparatus. Everybody understand what I'm getting? Kind of? I'm trying to bridge, right? So, but what we did was, like always, watch this, beautiful. Shrunk it down, shrunk ourselves down. Because who's to say, yin and yang, it's a good or bad thing to have the spirit of, you see what I'm getting at? Spirit of peace, spirit of abundance, spirit of organization, spirit of teamwork, spirit of, all right, yeah. We answering our own question. So when you don't carry that spirit, and you had that spirit, right? Watch this, in college, because you learning. We learning. What you gonna do? I want to be a political politician, doctor, woo. And you learning, and your spirit good, because that's what I want. I want to help people. I want to want to be giving. I want to, create law. I want to be a good judge, All right, you do it, and you go. Yeah. Okay, you get there, boom, and it starts off great. And we're not aiming at one specific, because you got to wear your own shoe, and you got to look at society on what is being pure and noble within our society, what's helping it be fruitful and still responsible, and what's just don't give a damn, close the door on people. So you get there, military, we included, you didn't did your time, you didn't did your 20, you shooting for life till you die. What type of spirit you carry on now? Do you carry on the same type of spirit, teamwork, building, Not everybody don't have to do the same thing on the out. We understand. No. But the same type of authority, principle, 9 times out of 10, I can tell you no. I'm just being honest, because I know my military folks. It's a small world in artillery world, right? So when I'm the only one looking and like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. See what I'm talking about? So does the spirit continue on in that adjustment, or does it adjust because I'm not in no more? And I'm not picking on my military folk, but they understand what I'm talking about more than any other, so I can correlate better. So not only in that formula, use myself for example, all my life. It's inherited in me. It gotta be, because I'm the only one gonna clean the house anyway, because I'm the only one in the house. But even if I was, let the kids not do their chore or whatever, I'm gonna do it, because it's something that's, you see what I'm talking about? It makes sense to me. Does it make sense to other folks? I've seen older folks around me be like, you older than me, and you ain't. And it was a problem. You see what I'm talking about? So why is it dangerous? Because now you got all these spirits correlate with, you see what I'm talking about? Understanding what the THRU been teaching us. You don't even know. You get confused up there. Watch this. And we get to doing the most, entertaining our alcohol. I'm not trigger warning. I'm not teach his own, your moderation. But does that alcohol, I just said something. I didn't tell you all these spirit was doing this and you was drinking. You weren't drinking, you weren't intoxicating nothing. You. Now you add. You add the alcohol. Oh my God. And you be wondering why, so what? All of us do it. Not me. I'll be like, and some of y'all too be like, dealing with them spirits. Baby boomers, tell I ain't lying when them old folks would be saying that to us. Be out there, come home drunk, whatever, woo, woo, woo. I ain't dealing with them spirits. You thought they was talking about everybody. Now they're looking at you. They can tell based off you the spirits that you done brought in with you that you've been dealing with out there. Oh, we thought we was getting over on our parents. That's the thing. Listen about it. Listen. That's the difference between then and now. We spiritually come on, man. Lord God. We spiritually disconnected. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know. It starts at home. Every mother today, new mothers know. New mothers feel. You get it? You new mothers that come out, ask yourself, well, my baby at the daycare and stuff like that. And when the daycare called me, before the daycare called me about something, did I feel something? Did something happen before then? That's what I'm talking about? Because that'll let you know a lot about, or when they're out your presence for a minute, does your spirit go automatically? You see what I'm talking about? I think I see Lynn do that a lot, and a lot of the mothers and stuff that do tarot and stuff like that, very attentive, because why it's unique to me, the energy of being done right and correctly, going to the cards and the work, and then the emotional, spiritual is being brought in both ways, and then the multitude that they layers have, and then still have the attentiveness of the child. That's saying that's work, man. That's work. So, man, you have it too. I theorize it through what's that? Boys in the Hood with Furious and Trey, and he was. Notice what he was using, the metallic ball. And what is that? Magnet. And what is that? Electricity. Surfing energy. That's it. Just profound. Just saying, because we're half of them. So we would have to use some sorts of accessory power to elevate to that. You see what I'm talking about? To that level of what that is. Unless you just sitting there and that's it. You got men that Tibetan monks, they can see a lot, stuff like that. So what we getting to? So layers. So that's why it's dangerous, because when your spirit, and it's not just alcohol, it's anything that doesn't allow, think about it. Anything that doesn't allow you to control the body, and it definitely makes the spirits fight each other. Just your own. Just think about that. Just your own. Not then compound that on what else that you bring in. So you got another disturb and other disturb. Oh Lord. And now you understand now why guns are out shooting out, and that's the recourse for did say in the past that it's not going to look pretty, transformation. So that's what so many of us been geared towards. I appreciate so many of y'all that do what y'all do. Levels to this, so just for education on how I view it. One said there's 3 of us. Right? I don't, y'all would know because y'all been doing the testing and all this stuff. So I know of 1 for sure, maybe 2. Corner across the, yeah. So it would make, yeah, it makes sense. So that, but there's levels to this though. What I'm saying, so just as I have 10,000 more of everything in the world to pick me up, bring me up, do what we do. Same thing that I do for my level of those that's circumference. The great thing about all of it, and then those for others too, because they give them the power granted through whatever system they came through. The beauty of it today, why I saw it's been done before. If you look at our crazy 8, right? It's been done before. So in the middle, right? It's the window that opens. Why it's profound right now, because the uniqueness of this is the, I think, I just gotta use my opinion. All the connections that it's being able to be made. There's a 5 generations on us right now, like strong. Just paying attention. That's from your children too. I'm talking about babies. Then the you have the ear of a multicolored faceted group right now. So we got everybody who ain't, right? And then you have we have identified that we are so much of a part of the alien nation rather than need to be sitting up here fighting among it. We just waiting for something to spring out, somebody grow a tail or something. Okay, you grow your tail out. All right. The mental awareness. Beyond telepathy and things like that, the self-awareness, the self-assurance of one can strengthen self. We always thought for a long time as a masses, we needed outside things to strengthen within, or even, you know what I'm talking about? When understanding you grow inside out, always, right? But just that little bit of awareness, coming to that little awareness was lost with so many of us. That word, you know, you see, trigger, I'm sorry. See so many running to alternate things, alternative ways to better themselves, make themselves look good, you know, skinify, whatever, which is cool, you know, you want that temporary effect, but the everlasting look, thank y'all so much for bringing her up. Joan Rivers, wow. She talked about a lot of stuff. Yeah. Same category in MJ, was it folks running to never being satisfied. That's so much embedded in our DNA, so many ways of all of us having that non-satisfactory component, no matter what it is. Like at one point in time, I was not satisfied with 1 Mountain Dew. I needed 320-liter Mountain Dews a day. Sometimes, or this or that. So we all have some type of facet of that, but bringing back that teaching formula of self-awareness. Okay, now we'll bring that in so many ways. You know, usually yours that so soulfully in touched, such as a tarot reader. A true tarot reader will be I don't want to say truth, in tune, frequency. They'll talk to you about layers of spirituality and not just be spiritual. I love, got some afros in, and she's always been consistent. Lynn, want to give props for prop dude. Linda, Connect, Ultimate Connect, and many others. If I roam around, it's just what it is. But they talk to you about it's an in-depth about your spirit, because what raises your spirit? My beautiful one today that I've learned to listen, just attached to this not too long ago. She knows shit. Locks. I gotta get your name. But what resonates your spirit? What raises it? What raises it? What raises it? What is dormant, even if it's dormant, not rich. What raises it, right? And then you already go. You should already know, because you've been walking with the journey, right? You've been writing down, right? Doing this about the same people, been following this stuff. You've been following the good stuff about me, shit. And if you've been following the good stuff, man, then you understand what raise your spirit. You gotta be in nature. The spirit loves nature. Pay attention. Why the spirit love nature? It should be a no-brainer, but I don't want to insult nobody's intelligence. About the spirit, and it's just flabbergasted when you come out in nature. What's your spirit housed in right now? So tell me, what's your spirit housed in right now? Yeah. And then you got to compare that to the house that you live in. Is your house that your spirit in even well more equipped and armored and everything than the house you even live in? So then you generate even how much lockdown you really are. And then, oh, it get deep. Don't stop. It get deep. Milk it, baby. We ain't gotta milk it. It's pouring. And then, watch this. Beloved say this morning, you got such a joyful spirit. That's why they can't with you. It ain't that you understand? You can sit right by it. You got a joyful spirit. So watch this. You cold, snakish. See what I'm talking about? So you got a house, your temple. Mine a temple. Others just look at it as like a house or shack or whatever. They treat it like that, others. Trigger, hey, Tigger or Trigger? No. So you got this, then you cold. You cold. Ain't nothing warm about you. See how it go? All of it play a part. Your spirit and your physical. Yeah. What you no? See, if you don't have the spirit to get up and go work out, like about to go meet up with Jim, then you cold. You don't even care about your body. You don't care about your body, so you don't care about nobody. Oh Lord. Come through. You don't care about your body, so you don't care about nobody. See, what we talking about is the spirit, right? All right, so you in the crib, you protected. Ain't not messing with you. You got a piano in there, you got music. Ooh, a house is a home. 'Cause I got all my furniture and all my treasures in here. I got my $80,000 TV. Blender over in the kitchen sink. Washing machine that don't even need me. So I'm talking about, got everything. And then, but do you like anybody? Hell no. I don't fuck with nobody. Huh? F them homeless. Shit. Should have worked harder. What? You should have went to school. Ha! You're not applying yourself. What? Let me take on that theory and stuff, because that shit don't fit everybody. How you been squeezing? Don, tell her. How you been squeezing? Tell them how they been squeezing. Say that word. So, this is the importance why Most High say, go down the spirit rabbit hole today. Open the spirit rabbit hole. Because we got to bring our spirit back. Healthy one. Much as possible. Much as possible. Nay, in that, like Beloved say, I have to cut folks, all right? I have to cut folks, because one thing I ain't going to do, I ain't got to listen to all the, they don't like you. They, sorry if I go in them psychosis and stuff. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. Then you ain't got to use all them unflattering words and stuff there. Display a different type of behavior, because you're not that's when you truly know that you're not using the proper equipment. You're not using skills that you've ascended to, right? So, okay, instead of all the bees and hey, knowing that you're not in that energy. Yeah. But I thank the meal. I play with you because I love to make you. Well, I lie. There's some y'all out there. And I got a beloved out there. He know I love watching him. He make me laugh. I have fun when he dancing and handling. So I know I'm out here making a bunch of crazy folks out here just giggling, making their energy go up and down. Be like, boy. So that's appreciative to my flesh and my spirit. Real talk, because it keep me. So we was talking about spirit. Let's wrap this up, y'all. You know, we can sum this up in entirely, all right? Those that stem against the tide and say, this ain't got this realm, Sean, stop. This realm is not spiritual. It's not built off this. Too much. It's too much. You godly people, y'all. Oh. Y'all with me? Still here? All right, watch this. Yaki. My folks out there, watch this. 4th of July. That's when you gonna bring your spirit? My spirit's up, my spirit. It took a scheduling on a day, on a month, for you to understand that we have a spirit. But in between that, you don't have. So you're a scheduled human being. In case you was talking about what they mean about being in the Matrix. 4th of July. I love you. I love you, black man. Love you, black woman. Love you, white man. Love you. Hey. Join food. Juneteenth. Spirit. Juneteenth. Motisar. Juneteenth. Spirit. Juneteenth. That's when the spirit up. Our spirit, y'all black folk, y'all spirit up. We want our spirit up. We're going to put this on the calendar, schedule it. Spirit up. Why we do that? I'm not on the wrong or right of the fence up. I'm showing you when the spirit starts to resonate and when the spirit goes dormant. That's it. Spirit up. Spirit up on Sunday. After Sunday, Who you think you is? Why you think God put that on your heart? You know, spirit up, spirit ain't up. Spirit. October, spirit up. You notice how much spirit be up on October. Let's cut. Why the spirit be so high in October? Sleepy Hollow. They cut Cat Daddy head off of it and then let him run around punking head and hump people. Go. Spirit up, spirit up, spirit up. But when you ain't got no head, spirit up. You control. The devil can. Little devils running around. And we always want on October be something. Most I say, act like you ain't already there. Googling and gobbling and killing and manipulating and robbing and stealing and pillaging. But then want to put a mask on. Spirit up. Spirit up won't be some. Some of us just gonna be yourself. Spirit. Scaring each other out here. In the daylight. Spirit up. I'm on Christmas. I know, beloved. Sean. My spiritual folks like, baby. You done stung them. You done stung them. That wasn't the point, though. That wasn't the point. I don't want to sting nobody. I'm encouraging us all in the humankind, because if I rule the world if I was to rule the world, most of all say, you got them keys, baby. This is what I would bring in. Bring the transformation, rejuvenation, reorganization within the spirit. So what I understand right now, are you just talking to those who are listening? No, it's a frequency. Putting it out in the ether, it's going to permeate. So that mother right there, who is pregnant right there, she listening. Where it's going to permeate to? Spirit up? Spirit up? That mother that's in transition of the old motherhood, not the natural, and learning the responsibilities and duties of being a mother. Spirit up? Bringing more spiritual tone to it, more adjustment to it, because when the mother is connected spiritually to the child more than just dutiful. Understand what that is? Dutiful. Just dutiful. I'm doing what my mom showed me to do, or what somebody told me to do, or Google told me, or YouTube or something like that. Spirit up? Spirit up? Is it spirit up? Is your spirit up to understanding that is not only just a dude, that is your inherent ability. That's like being a mother is a privilege. Do we not see that? No, we don't. It's evident, right? And no shots, but spirit up. When we bring the spirit back to it, and that child feels the connection, that mother feels the connection through even before the child starts crying or feels the pain. Mother knows already. So then when the growth of it go abound, because you're talking to somebody, or you listening to somebody, or you communicating with, because my conversation, it'd be so much, bringing out. It is a recycle type thing, right? Knowing the connection that my mother and me had, being out of her reach, tone, call, or whatever, but always having that intuitive connection. Right? When you say why, because she kept my spirit up. Spirit up? Spirit up? Spirit up? Good or bad, she kept my spirit up. I can go through all kinds of stuff, do all kinds of stuff, but you better believe that in her ability to control. I'm alive, so she was able to be able to control me, but not knock my spirit down, not cut my spirit cord where that destroy. And so that's where it come in. Watch this. Now I'm gonna connect this. I'm gonna lead this. This is during the time. I'm not encouraging this. This is not beating your child and all that stuff. No. That's not gonna work today. Get out here and start beating your children and all that stuff. That's not gonna work. That worked in a time where that it was a necessity for some of us because we weren't getting the learning tutelage or the fathership in the household. So I ain't you raising a kid in a single parent household, man. That's the toughest thing in some of these times. So, but we grew up in a time where that it was inherited, it was beloved, and that the spirit was high. Our spirit was high as kids, and you see the evidence because, like I say, just look at what I'm giving. Look at the spirit of and we correlate this off it's all of us, but we correlate off what we know, all right? So what's been in front of us lately? Look at the old school basketball players, Isaiah, MJ, Bird, all them spirits, boom, right? Hard work, boom, hard work, dedication. See what I'm talking about? Spirit. Don't know the concept of easy, get anything easy. It just don't even, and even when get the money, pay attention. Even when get the money, right? There was steroids back then. Steroids are big, that one is big. But you ain't never hear too many of these cats, if any, Dominique, all these, Ewing. You see what I'm talking about? Hard work. Why? It's easy, the spirit. The spirit understood, in line with the spirit. And so many others. Not just that, musically, right? All that. Defining. And it do be a tick for tack, and it's not a tick. I don't make it a tick for that, but it is generational, woo. Because the generation where we're missing is the generation, connection. The generation before that, before us. World War II vets, They speared us to be better. Because we're watching folks. That's your group of folks that came back with the GI Bill and all that stuff. Entrepreneur, building, So I'm talking about? Spearhead. Couldn't get in the dope, but they're knocking those down anyway still. Boule, Whether don't matter how we look at it and look across and all that stuff, it still happened. So I'm talking about? So the spirit was it. People knew hard work, get that. Now, you get here and we get to a point, we got lazy. We got lazy as a group. That shit, we just ball this all up in one. We got lazy as a group. Because ones and twos, he got up there and we looking up like, yeah, that's cool. Ooh, yeah. Fell asleep like, your spirit just like that. It's just dormant. You mean I can? Yeah, you might not be able to do that and all that stuff, but you sitting up here just looking and stuff, right? Ooh. Now, I equate that because with people trying to put me in my little, Truman and Ho, and we'll wrap this up. That, well, you are who you are, and so because you're not using it like others and stuff like that, so people gonna use it and do that, and then you just get to watch and And I'm like, why get mad about that when that's been all my life? That's why they held me up. And if I was mad about it at any point in time, because folks were holding my life up purposely to bring my spirit down, because my spirit is what? Natural. It's always gonna, we'll get there. I told you we'll get there all the time. So I just recognize, understand, like most people see now, what's bringing about. He bringing about my natural spirit that need to come out. That's it. That's it. Your natural spirit that you inherently have, that can't nobody take away from you. And he was born in this for the purpose to that. You see what I'm talking about? That's why now you understand why they want AI and stuff like that. Kind of put that spirit in, because so many are lacking spirit. Are we getting somewhere? Hey! Okay, so I was spitting Greek or something. I could have been a good one. I had it in me, I ain't gonna lie. But it was just for them boots. I just wanted to kick in them gold boots and stuff, nothing else. Cause I like y'all like the rowdiest and all that. And I'm trying to tell you something. I went down to I'll give y'all a little nice nugget. We SIU Carbondale. We used to float around in all these little states, catch them new people and stuff. People used to come watch us play, and then females could check us out. Cause we was a snaggy team. We was tight out there in GC. I mean, we went eight and every year and stuff, conference stuff like that. But so we was still small, but so we didn't have no frat and all that kind of stuff. So the guys would go to SIU or St. Louis or something like that and hang out, whatever, pledge and stuff. But I knew a female, right? And she took me down to SIU, and they, boom, Q just kill it. I was like, and I've been around it, been around it when I was young and stuff. But it was trying me. And I don't know what it was about her that she had grew up with them, like, or something. But she stayed in the hometown now. She went to school down there. She wasn't digging. She knew him now. They wasn't digging it though. And boy, I tell you, this food got me drunk. There's some bad. That's when I understood that bathtub punch. I said, golly. But yeah, there's the time to say you ain't gonna have, you ain't gonna be doing nothing since we. Yeah. Anyway, so illustrating spirit once again. Spirit got in me. See how it go. That's why the story came. Everybody with me? Don't it make sense? Wrap it up. I went somewhere out of my habitat. She was digging me. And the cat's dad, I remember now. Yeah. Will went today. It was me and Lottie. Me and Lottie, my roommate. Will went today. They dorm. Hung out for a minute. Boom. She wasn't going to school at the time. Hurt her knee. That's what it was. That's your boyfriend? Not your boy? He's my friend. So we went to the thing, and wouldn't leave me alone. And Lottie, all them fools. I was like, just detached, but play like, party. Wouldn't leave me alone. I'm like, damn, they're trying to pull. Go ahead. I felt like we just drive down there for, blah, blah, blah. But, long story short, yep. Hey, man, go on, drink on some of this, I was like, yeah, let me go. Blend in, because this gonna get bad. So I let them take control. The spirit. Remember that story? Never did that ever again. So you gotta watch who you give your spirit, your control of your spirit to, because it'll be a bamboozle situation. So we link that with this time. We link that to show those who on the fence still on being atheist, spirituality ain't what it is, and disconnected, but are coming to flourishing. So mind-boggling to me when they are forced to entertain the reality of what they can't see happening, which you would be able to say, oh, that's the wind, that's rain that's doing that, that's the sky, that's the moon, that's the sun doing that, that's the earth doing that. But the phenomenon being behind, they cannot correlate it to any of that, the paranormal activity to tell you don't be blind to Most High's authority. Don't that make sense? What the mere man, mere mortal can't comprehend, still try to explore, right? NASA, Artemis, 1, 2, satellite. What's out here? What's out here? How do we get all the way out here? What's it for? What's it for? That's for those who look so hard out for their power. Look so much out for their instruction. Pay attention. Have to always be student for their instruction. You read your book today. 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 I don't need my book every day to instruct what should be already inherently written in my DNA to be. So I give that, I think it's Most High reality bringing it through me, saying they're reading too much, Sean. They're reading too much. They're thinking reading the book and getting so, and chapter John and whoa, and I'm not, I promise on everything, I'm not making fun of nobody. We are who we are. We are who we are. But you have to ask yourself how much of that has moved people. Have shaken people to the core where they empower themselves to do the same exact thing you do. See, I'm getting that? See, I'm getting that? Yeah. What drives people? And to today, that's what we lean on, beloved. So many of us continue. Be, know, do. See what I'm talking about? Yo, be. Keep being. Be in your attitude. Be the force that you are. We being the change. See what I'm talking about? Being effective, being an example, all that, beloved. Come on now. No. Do you know you? Or do you know of you that people narrate to you? One beautiful thing to be looked upon at is for folks to say, man, you know who you is. Yeah, you know. Based off what, though? Based off what's existed among us, beloved. You know? Don't take money to know who you are. Don't take you to get a whole bunch of money to realize that's who you are, rich and abundant and stuff. You should already be there, right? In so many ways, but we outran the material stuff that complemented how rich we were inside. Make sense? We outran it. We outran it. One day, you put richness on you because you know how powerful you are to show that. But you demonstrated it also. See what I'm talking about? Demonstrated the power. And power is not manipulation, like my brother said yesterday, man. It's endearing to hear, but when grown men start realizing power is not killing nobody. We realizing every time we lose, yeah, Tim, you're right. It's gonna be televised. You're being forced to see how powerful we are in so many of the wrong ways. So that we can understand how powerful we can become in so many of the right ways. And our young people are going to continue to show us until the tide change. That's where we'll reap the evidence on humanity, whether we like it or not. You can sit up there and cuss them out and say they ain't no, this all you want to. It don't change nothing. You grew old for a reason, a purpose. And it gotta be touching for us. Because that's what activates our soul. That's what lines us up so we can be dutiful. And I gotta get out of this. It's good because it's come from a place of change is happening, you know, and like I said before, you go through it so many times because at one point in time it was a cutoff. Something happened where it woke it up. And we be thankful for today. You got to be. Because this is new to you too. This is new. Because somebody says they've been reincarnated or they've done this before does not mean that what we're doing now. It just means that it was a stopping point where that this didn't flourish, this didn't happen in this way or this fashion. Or at the same time, I wasn't that person to do it, right? And so, but it did happen in, just another way. So now I'm up, the person doing it with so many others, and we all doing it something like. So it's fresh, it's new, and that's why it can be heavy. It's heavy, and what I feel is the heaviness from so many of you that I can't judge on the good or bad or what side you on. You see what I'm talking about? That's not my. I was made like you. You see what I'm talking about? I was made like you. So, if I'm a healer and it's not a bone in my body that even through the bull crap that I go through, whatever, you don't want to register cool, but you know what I'm talking about? Like Beloved said, we ain't gotta like each other. You over there, I'm over here. Cool. But it's gonna get done. You know? It's gonna get done. It's getting done, if not already done. And that's the affected man and woman today know without a doubt, without a doubt. You can call it what you want. You can call it what you want. But your spirit is connected to something, right? You have one. You're just not down here in the flesh to float around in some jewelry and some money, cars and all that stuff. It's lovely, but them are just outer components to your greatest component, yourself, your body, your ship that you carry, without ensuring that this is graceful in so many matters and stuff. You cannot enjoy fully the outer stuff that you build to accessorize this. You know what I'm talking about? So, all praises to the Most High. We here. Thanks so many that let me do what I do. Allow me to do what I do. Enjoy what I do. And yeah, it's cool being impressed. We be impressed with each other, but don't, same old, man. We, keep it grounded, keep ourselves human and stuff. So we can register. I'm so ready to see. I gotta slow down a little bit, but 5, 10. Excuse me. 5, 10, 15, 20 year mark. You see what I'm talking about? I'm gonna be paying attention. So let me get out of here, y'all. Mind, body, side, exercise a little bit of that mind. Go mess with a little bit of this body. And soul. The train moving, y'all. So it's on. Y'all good? Yeah, try to tell you something. Love y'all out there. Salute. What's up, man? What's up, y'all out there? Love, divine energy.